Okay, so we'll just start off with a quote. When Mr. Lockwood says that he saw Catherine Linton's specter, which means ghost, Heathcliff almost loses all control. It says, he got onto the bed and wrenched open the lattice, bursting, as he pulled at it, into an uncontrollable passion of tears. Previously, Heathcliff was a very hard and tough character, it says. He almost had no emotion before, but then he became physically upset about this ghost and wanted to be able to speak to her. This shows that Heathcliff and Catherine had a very close relationship. Do you think that they were both so close because Hindley used to be so mean to them?
Yes, I would agree with that. Maybe it just brought their relationship closer because they were tortured by the older sibling.
Yeah, I would say that, and because they were the same age, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So I feel like when you're stuck at home by yourself for forever, and then you have your one person that's the same age, you grow close to them,
Right.
because that's the only person they would hang out with is each other. So if they were being threatened by the older sibling, they'd probably get really close.
Yeah. And that's another question I had was, how much older was Hindley, do you guys think? Because he's taking care of the family after a while.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out because he has a wife and
Yeah.
a kid. Are they teenagers and he's an adult? Well,
yeah. Because it said 16, Heathcliff turned 16, and then it said that was when Hindley was in charge.
Yeah. I've also noticed that later in the book, they have Heathcliff and Catherine, have gotten extremely close, weirdly close.
Yeah, incest.
Yeah, that is incest.
But isn't he adopted?
That is still incest.
Yeah, I noticed that. And when she talks about how he loves him so.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I have a quote. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, help yourself.
At one point, well, I have a couple quotes, but at one point they were talking. After Kathy was gone for a little while, and then she came back, and she says she flew to embrace him, talking about Heathcliff. All I was thinking was, oh my gosh, she was at some other place, and then she didn't really care about anybody else, but she flew to embrace Heathcliff, and that just made me uncomfortable because they're
brother and sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at first I was just oh, they love each other, but then it sounded like they love each other.
Yeah.
It's a little disturbing.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Well, I have a thought. Didn't it talk about, I forgot which chapter, how it's not necessarily incest, but it's also weird how he is going after his sister-in-law?
Yeah.
That's a little messed up.
And I'm confused because it almost seems like she loves him, but then he almost doesn't love her back.
Yeah.
But then does, and
Yeah.
I was just
He's
confused.
using her
for
that treasure.
like in Hamlet, the treasure.
Yes.
The chaste treasure.
The chest of treasure. I believe it was chast.
You're right, sorry.
Thank you. But before this happens, I can't believe she married Mr. Linton.
Oh,
Edgar.
And he seems like a little crybaby. Did you listen to the audiobook?
I did.
Oh. Wow, okay. Well, it was
He's very
Catherine, why are you doing that?
I know.
He's a very emotional person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was hella jealous. He was hella jelly of
Kathy and
Heathcliff. And then he gets very not jelly, but he gets very uncomfortable when Heathcliff goes after the other Mrs. Linton, his sister.
Yeah,
It's like a lose-lose.
They are really close brother and sister, too.
That's sketchy.
Oh. Yeah, do you think they really love each other?
Edgar and Catherine?
No,
Isabella.
Isabel.
I feel like it's kind of forced. Because I feel like they were both crybabies throughout their younger years. They were always spoiled and high class, and Mr. and Mrs. Linton kind of just treated them like they were better than everybody else. So I feel like they had to be friends with each other because they had nobody around to be friends with them.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because of their location, where they're located, or like just because they weren't very great kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forgot. So, when Catherine got caught at their house when she was younger, how long did she stay there for?
5 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
So do you think how could she still be that hung up on Heathcliff if she was around
Edgar?
Edgar for that long?
Yeah, it's almost like she switched off all feelings, if she didn't even go and talk to Heathcliff either, or have him call, because that they can call for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I was super confused why was she there for 5 weeks? She literally, the dog bit her ankle.
They held her hostage.
That's almost what it sounded like.
Maybe they did. Maybe Mrs. Linton knew that she was the one for Edgar.
Oh. I feel like she came back more nasty though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was more
When
what they say. She wasn't a farm girl anymore or whatever.
When she pinched Ellen, and then she smacked her across the face
Because she probably thought she was better, just like the rest of the Littons.
Yeah. Okay, I have a little question. It's not really about anything, but is her name? I don't get. Her name's Ellen, but why do they call her Nellie?
Just a nickname.
Oh.
Just a nickname.
Ellen, switch up the words a little, and you got Nellie, or the letters a little.
Ellie, Nellie,
Nellie.
Ellen, Nellie.
I'm confused too why they call Catherine Kathy, and then Mrs. Earnshaw, and then Mrs. Linton, and it's just so switched around. Their naming is so.
I don't like when they call it Mrs. Linton and Mrs. Linton. There's 2 different Mrs. Lintons.
Right.
Stop.
And you don't know if you accidentally were sleeping through the park.
Yeah.
When Mrs. Linton died, then you didn't know. Maybe you thought Edgar was married to his mom or something.
Ooh. Yeah, it's it depends on the mood. She'll say Kathy if she's in a happier mood, but she'll say if she's mad at her, she's Catherine.
I never noticed that.
Yeah, me either.
Shoot.
So I have a quote here on page 75, and it's to show that I do take notice. That's what Heathcliff said. He said, to show that I do take notice. It was he was showing everybody that he does Kathy. It was I don't know. It was almost the beginning point to where he was a little, I don't know, catching feelings for Kathy.
Oh, foreshadowing it?
Yeah. Exactly.
I catch what you're saying there. I also had a quote here on page 90. It's a metaphor speaking of how much Catherine loves Heathcliff. And it says, my love for Heathcliff resembles the eternal rocks beneath.
Yeah.
So when I saw that, just like yours, it was a foreshadowing of oh my, will this blossom? It just
a flower bloom from these rocks.
Yes.
These eternal rocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that they'll Catherine will drop Edgar and just go right for Heathcliff? Didn't think so.
I was wondering that because, I don't know, it's getting a little sketchy now that Heathcliff is coming around all the time,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she might just drop him like a hot potato.
Yeah, and Mr. Edgar, Mr.
Linton?
Pardon me, Mr. Linton, pretty much gave Catherine the ultimatum of you either pick me or you pick Heathcliff.
Yeah.
And what'd she do? She she told him to get out of the room.
Yeah.
So she didn't decide. So that makes me question, like,
Yeah.
she really can't decide. Because if you were married to somebody you really loved, you'd just be like, okay, I obviously pick you. I'm sorry about my friend.
I wonder if they would do like the like one wife, multiple husbands thing.
Sister wives.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Except to be like brother husband.
Brother husband. I don't know. I bet. I don't know. I think that girl be a little wussy and not want to do it.
Do what?
Not want to be brother husbands. He won't want to share her.
I see.
I have a question though.
Oh.
Okay, so when Henley took Harriton from Ellen and like ran with him up the stairs and was holding him above the banister, what were you guys thinking? Like, what do you think? Like, do you think he would have like dropped him if like Heathcliff wasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
And like
Yeah.
he said it was like Ellen's fault because like she distracted him or something stupid.
I think he would have, because I think after
Yeah.
Francis died, which is when Hareton came into the picture, after Francis passed on, he kind of just lost it, and he seemed drunk, and I feel like he was like one of those people to like not even want to hold the baby, just
Yeah.
because like it brought back so many memories. So I think that's why he made Ellen take care of it, and like
Yeah.
was like so angry with it one night because he was so drunk, because he just had to go get drunk.
I think that also. I can't even imagine like losing like a wife and then having to raise a child that like I don't know.
Maybe
That came from your wife.
maybe he was just too proud, and he couldn't step down and take the role of a single father, and so maybe that kind of drove him to this solution of dropping his son over the banister.
Wow, yeah. Do you think he was, like, purposely doing that, or was he just so drunk he didn't even know what he was thinking?
I don't know. I feel like
I think that.
I feel like if he was intoxicated, though, he would. I don't know if that would like drive him to like throw his little child over the stairs.
True.
Maybe he accidentally like pushed him down or something, but not plummet to his death.
Yeah. Do you think that's what made Henley more mad at Heathcliff?
Probably because he was like the hero and like came in.
Yeah. He looked like the good guy and he didn't want that.
Right. Because for some reason, Henley has a deep hatred for Heathcliff.
That is just redonkulous.
It is. Well, anything else?
Nope.